This is the song of the week, guys. Hey, what about your friends? Okay, guys. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Juice, where I come at you every weekday at 6 a.m. talking about plant-based nutrition, detoxing with pure whole foods, and also taking a holistic approach to getting your healthy, rockin' bod. I am Larissa Lee, the nutrition and detox guru, and welcome. And yes, we are here a little bit earlier today because it's like snowing, a blizzard outside, and I still have to go to work, so I want to make sure I get there on time. So we're definitely here a little bit earlier today, but that's okay for you guys who are catching the replay. You can catch it again and again and again. So welcome. If you are hopping on, say what's up and also share this out. This is some valuable information that everybody needs to hear. So yesterday we talked about how inflammation is linked to fat cell growth, especially that around the belly. Not only that, it's linked to virtually almost every disease in our modern American society: diabetes, obesity, heart disease, even cancers, Alzheimer's disease, and a lot of autoimmune diseases as well. So inflammation directly linked to fat cell growth. So in order to get control of that, we need to be upping foods that are more anti-inflammatory. Good morning, Sabrina. That can help us with that inflammation situation. So buy foods today that we're going to be talking about that help to reduce the inflammation in your body. Again, this is not an all-encompassing list, but 5 quick ones that you can take with you throughout your day and kind of start incorporating them into your healthy lifestyle. Okay? Okay. So, number 1 is salmon. Cold water fish, fatty fish are awesome for helping with inflammation. Why? Because they contain powerful omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids are very, very potent, one of the most potent anti-inflammatories that we have here on this green earth. And yes, a lot of people think, that we need to stay away from fat to lose fat, but if you missed that video of mine, you do actually need fat to burn fat and have energy and think clearly and really have that healthy body. So certain fats are very good for you. Others, of course, are not so good. But omega-3s are along the lines of the ones, hey Erica, good morning, how you doing today? Are one of the ones that are excellent for inflammation and helping you to burn that fat. Now, you guys have heard of omega-3s, but have you heard of omega-6s? These are omega-3's cousins. You guys got cousins, right? They're the total opposite of you. It's kind of the same with omega-3s and omega-6s. So while omega-3s are anti-inflammatory, omega-6s are pro-inflammatory, causing inflammation within the body. And since they are cousins, they are very similar in shape. And on cells have little receptor sites that let them know what they need to do or what reaction needs to occur when they come in combination with certain foods. So when omega-6s attached to those receptor sites, they're very similar to omega-3s, guys, and they are attached to the same receptor sites. But when you have a higher ratio of omega-6s in your diet than omega-3s, those omega-6s attach to those receptor sites and cause reactions that lead to inflammation. Whereas if you have a higher ratio of omega-3s can cover that site and blunt that reaction. So that's why we need to have more omega-3s. Now, in our typical American diet, we're getting at about 16 to 1 omega-6s to omega-3s, when it should be more along the ratio of 4 to 1, 4 omega-6s to 1 omega-3 fatty acids. And the reason why omega-6s have kind of raised up so much in our typical American diet is because we have used a lot of vegetable oils. Corn oil, cottonseed oil, sunflower oil are virtually in like every processed food, right? So these type of oils are very high on omega-6s, and one of the reasons why our typical American diet has kind of increased with those omega-6s as opposed to omega-3s. So get in those omega-3s. Salmon is a great one. If you guys are hopping on, say what's up and share this video out, guys. Very important information for people to get. Very important. So next we have these beautiful little blueberries. Blueberries are so good. If you remember, in a previous video, I showed you guys how to make blueberry freaking ice cream. Hey, Lena, good morning. And it was delicious, right? And if you haven't tried it, I suggest you do. I'm going to link it in the comments here. Blueberry ice cream, no sugar added. Try it out. Blueberries are high in antioxidants, and one of those antioxidants being quercetin. Quercetin isn't only found in blueberries, but it's found in high amounts here in other darker purpley blue fruits. Quercetin is a phytonutrient. Phytonutrient, plant nutrient. Phyto means plant, nutrient means nutrient. So quercetin is a plant nutrient. Hey Veronica, good morning. Hey guys. So blueberry contains quercetin, which is a powerful antioxidant and plant nutrient that allows for inflammation to be decreased within our body. And not only that, it's been shown to help prevent cancer as well. Good morning, Pope. And you guys know I have a soft spot for cancer. So get in them blueberries, especially that blueberry ice cream counts as well. If you make it the right way, my way. I'll link that in the comments. Third, turmeric. Now, this is actually the turmeric spice, which is dehydrated turmeric, or you can actually get the root. It looks very similar to ginger. You'll notice that turmeric is used a lot in curry dishes. You can also use it in tea. You can put it in your smoothies as well. It is better to have some type of fat with it. It gets absorbed better into the body that way. But turmeric, along with omega-3s, are very, 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 like, super potent anti-inflammatories. I usually drink some of the tea in the morning. I make my own when it's cold out, and yes, it's cold today, but during the summer months, don't do it as much. But turmeric is so powerful that it has actually been equated to anti-inflammatory medications on the market, such as aspirin and ibuprofen, right? And even some places will say that turmeric is actually more powerful than those synthetic versions of natural sources, right? All medicines are just kind of big forms of natural foods trying to, create that similar reaction just in a smaller form. So turmeric is so powerful. Listen to this. So let's say we're all going to the grocery store, the same grocery store, but we live in different places, right? So to get to a particular grocery store, we're all going to be coming from different pathways, right? We're coming from different ways, but they all lead us to the same location, that grocery store. So inflammation is very complicated, but very similar to that. Like, it has different pathways to create inflammation. It's not only one, not only that, has different steps in that pathway that need to occur. So turmeric is so powerful that it blocks multiple steps in the pathway, right? Not just one step, multiple steps. And that's why it's so powerful along the lines of aspirin and ibuprofen. It's a good thing to think about. I cannot tell you how much you need to compare to that to get that response. But just incorporate it in your diet more can help out a lot with calming inflammation and getting rid of those, not getting rid of it, shrinking those fat cells. Fourth, we have some good old green tea. This is usually my go-to because it's the simplest thing to make. You just plop it in a warm cup and you're good, right? If you guys are hopping on, say what's up to me. Say what's up to me. Say what's up to me. Okay, guys, so green tea is another powerful anti-inflammatory. It is high in antioxidants and also plant chemicals. Now, plant chemicals are just metabolites that occur after you actually eat your food, and it reacts with an enzyme in your body. That's the metabolite, the chemical that comes from that. So the chemicals that come from green tea are also very powerful anti-inflammatories. If you notice, people who are native of Japan and China, they drink a lot of green tea. A lot of green tea. Like, that's our go-to. A lot of green tea, guys. And if you have never heard of the book called The China Study, really good book. It's a study that really studied the natives in that land and noticed that they lived off of predominantly plant-based sources. It's an argument for being vegan, and it's a very good argument. And I'm saying that because Japanese people and Chinese people tend to eat a lot of drink a lot of green tea, and in their culture they tend to have lower rates of obesity. Right? They tend to have lower rates of heart disease and lower rates of cancer. And at one point, when they were doing this study, they thought maybe it was the genetics within these people in China. But they found that these same types of people, when you put them in an Americanized environment, they develop the same diseases. So it's the food, guys. Food is super important. So China Study is a good book to read. Very mundane, very, kind of boring. But if you get an article and just read the synopsis of it, it's very, 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 very good argument for being vegan, or at least increasing your vegetable intake. I am not vegan, but plant-based nutrition is where it's at. And last but not least, guys, we got some edamame. And yes, this bag is empty because I just cooked some this morning. I'm going to take some to work for lunch. But edamame are actually baby soybeans. And these are also powerful anti-inflammatory foods. Again, edamame and soy are things that are found in Chinese and Japanese culture. They tend to eat a lot of soy. And again, as we look at their culture, the natives there, they are along the lines pretty healthy, typically, compared to American societies. Like, again, we don't see the obesity, the heart disease, the cancers, in those environments, and they eat a lot of soy. And I know what some people are going to say. They're going to say that soy is linked to breast cancer, or those with breast cancer should not be eating soy. Now, I am not a doctor. I repeat, this is not medical advice. I am not a doctor, but studies have actually shown that women who have had breast cancer and have higher rates of soy intake actually decrease mortality or decrease death from all causes. All causes. So, don't try to say that. Alright guys, that is all I have for you this morning. If you guys have been hit by the snow, make sure you stay warm. Also, wanted to invite you guys to the 3-day sugar detox challenge. We are starting on the 27th. If you have not signed up yet, you need to sign up. And I'm actually going to post the link now, not in the comments, but on my Larissa Lee fan page. So be on the lookout for that. If you haven't joined. You know you're addicted to sugar. You know you need this. Alright guys, I will see you guys tomorrow, 6 a.m. bright and early. Have a great day. See you later.